Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Intel Extreme Masters Qualifier, as we are ready for Curious versus Maru. We did kind of flick back and forth between which games we were going to cast, but then half of them had started already, etc. So we got this one. It's good. Yeah,
I promised some Terran, and I'm a man of my word, so we got some Maru action there, and let's jump into it. Number one already started.
Yeah, we will be on Vani Research Station for our first game between these two. And of course, everyone knows these two players very, very well. I remember way back when, I think maybe two and a half years ago, Curious's ZvT was absolutely phenomenal. Him going like toe-to-toe with people like Innovation, looking very strong.
I mean, he just absolutely butchered a turn named Natural. And he was playing actually a little bit, in a way, strangely, just Zergling Bailing.
Yeah.
Without anything else, straight into Ultras. But now he's going against a completely different animal in Maru.
Indeed. Indeed. The phenom that is Maru, the young kid. I say young kid, but by now he's probably almost 20, right?
Maru and TY will always be 14, like forever.
Yeah, indeed. They look it, bless them. It's always funny whenever we meet Maru as well. He's still so very shy compared to... I mean, a lot of the Koreans kind of...
Still cocky as hell as well.
Is he? Okay, I didn't notice that bit.
Yeah, you did.
Or maybe
remember, like, at BlizzCon when he walked out on stage, like, with not a care in the world, like, he's always like that. Like, Maru has this carefree attitude.
Right.
About him.
No, that's true. That is true, yeah.
Obviously, like, cocky, you know, I was joking. It's a bit of an overstatement.
Yeah.
Is it?
Just kind of doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I'm here to play StarCraft. I'm really good.
Second barracks here. Going to be started by Maru, who went for a quick command center after the initial Reaper he opened with, then Reactor. So most likely going to be for the, after the two barracks, like straight into factory. And then usually you make a lot of Marines, you get Steam Pack, and you hit a double Medivac timing, where you try and do some damage while basically you keep up with everything else, third base, upgrades and all that.
Second base for Curious about to complete, and he's going to spot the command center over down on the... Oh, no, he just stops. He doesn't really care. As having this Reaper being annoying up towards the top, but there's plenty of space for this Reaper to jump in on this map.
I wonder if Curious will play the same style that I just saw him play on another stream with Zergling Bailing straight into Ultras, because a lot of the time you see other units, you know, you see Roach, Ravagers, Infestors, to really help and support a Link Bailing force. It's funny actually, because like usually I always use the expression like I'm curious to see. But no, I don't want to go full Django Unchained and say I'm curious what makes you so curious.
Yep.
So I will try to stay away from it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Unfortunately, in here is we've got a team called Denial Esports, and when you're in the draft, that's the worst thing in the world. Oh dear. Anyway,
so okay, you're safe now.
Yeah, I'm back in the promised land of StarCraft.
Yeah, it's warm here. Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Thanks. Everyone's been. I got a nice reception yesterday. People were very nice to me, so that's appreciated.
Yeah, well, that makes one of us. Because after I casted some Heroes tournaments, all they did was give me a hard time.
Oh, those nasty people. Well, it won't last for long with me, trust me. It'll be a couple of days and everyone will be like, why is Kylaris back? Who cares?
It was about time we got some hype casters again.
Oh, yeah. It was dead for a while.
Nathanias can only do so much.
I know. Sorry, Nate. The true god is back.
We should be careful when joking about this. Like, some people take this stuff very personally.
Oh, well. All right, Spot Crawler going down towards the back. Double Evolution Chamber as well here for Curious. So if he does go into that melee style, then he could quite easily go down that same path that you saw in the previous series.
Yeah. The question is it going to work against a supposedly like really good Terran? It makes me worry a little bit. Like, obviously you can get Quints in support, and he's already made a bunch of them. But to not go for, you know, potential Infestors. I mean, obviously I was watching on a stream, you know, in a reduced window and all that, so maybe I missed something. But from what I saw, he was only on Zerglings and Banelings, so maybe he had something else. We'll see.
Well, Queens and Melee on the way, so it's looking kind of down that path at the moment here. Plenty of Zerglings coming out. He realized that double drops on the way. He did forget Carapace. Maybe he just didn't have enough gas for it.
Yeah.
Because right
Which is
now...
bad.
Yeah. Not lined up as well as it would like to be. And of course, at the moment, with these amount of Marines coming along, sometimes defending with just Lings alone would be bad. So he wants the Queens with it at the same time.
There's no Banelings here, so to actually properly deal with this, he's going to need to make sure he has enough Zerglings, tries and get a wrap around, and then Queens would usually be attacking the Medivacs to try and take them out.
His gas income has been very conservative for the most part. I mean, he's only had 2 gas guys this whole time. That's why he's gone so queen heavy with this defense, which is slightly why the carapace is a little bit delayed as well. As we said, not much gas. But as I say, it delays the Baneling nest too. As he tries to go for the wraparound here, the Queens are now off creep, so it's not as easy for them to pursue. That was great kiting by Maru.
Great management here. He stayed exactly at the right distance that he would be able to pull out of that position here. Never stepped far enough on creep that he would lose a lot. Macro Hachi on that third base for Curious, who's already kind of struggling here, holding on against this. And Maru actually takes the full-on engagement. We don't mind.
And gonna have to probably move back there for a moment. That was, great stuff. He's doing so much damage already.
I thought you were going to say he's going to have to probably GG, because like this is not going well. These Marines are wrecking him, and Maru, he's actually playing easy mode. Like, he's not even sending in reinforcements. He's leaving those at home right now. He's just trying to win the game with what he has on the map, but it might be enough.
Yeah, this is Maru just punishing a lot of greed from Curious, going only mineral base for the most part, pumping all of his gas into double upgrades, and not having any Banelings. Difficult stuff. He lost so much during this. 7 Queens, 60 Zerglings for 10 Marines, Todd.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
As Marine Lord would say.
Not bad. To those magic tricks. Yeah. Not bad, not bad.
And then now Maru's going to start on sending in the reinforcements across the map. He's on so many barracks. He's got 1-1 about to finish. And I don't know how much longer Curious is going to be able to hold on with less supply there, especially like that one Widowmine on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
There's no detection for it just yet.
He may have forgotten about it as well, so if he attacks from that angle, it could be scary here for Curious. And Widowmine here can actually just detonate on a few of these Zerglings.
Yeah, counter-attacking is cute, but that's going to be even less units than he has at home. Even though there are Banelings, there is no centrifugal hook.
That's
centrifugal.
Right.
And
nice.
With Maru's micro, surely he can target those Banelings down and I think win the game potentially right after. As long as he doesn't get fully surrounded.
Widowmine! Oh god, that got a lot of Zerglings as well. And now he's just going to split against these Banelings. If he focus fires properly, that's one already down. And actually sacrificing 2 more there for only about 2 or 3 Marines at the front. These Marines, all they have to do is focus down those Banelings and they're going to be okay. That second one actually got a lot done. But there's still a bit left here for Maru.
Oh man. You screaming Widowmine, that was like... that tournament intro where you're like, the Banelings, the Widowmines. The Liberators are wrecking the mineral lines of Curious right now in the natural and main.
Oh god, he's all over him. You're right, that was the WCS intro. Oh, the Widowmines, the Banelings. Well, I don't know why it went so high-pitched. But anyway, there's going to be more reinforcements coming across the map here for Maru. And how many workers has he killed? 15. There is currently 60 to 47 workers. And that Liberator still gets away to the top corner whilst he's pressuring the front.
Yeah, so far the Terrans that we're watching today, they are absolutely destroying the competition. But, I mean, you would have said, right, that Gyeonggi would have been favored against Hush and Maru should be favored against Curious. So, we'll see later on when they face higher caliber opponents. But so far, like, this is exactly like the TVP that we saw earlier. Like, the Terran has doubled the supplies. Somehow the opponent is staying in the game. I have no clue why.
Yeah, the 2 Liberators did die in the back. I missed those for a moment. But overall, they're putting on a clinic. Our Terrans right now, putting on a clinic.
I love that expression.
As Maru here, just going to retreat on back. As one Queen did get the almost fully loaded medevac there. So that was a nice, ripe pick-off. But at the same time, Curious is looking to mount some kind of counter-attack.
It's so funny that he wants to counter-attack. Like, it's like you're dead at home if you counter-attack.
Yeah, yeah.
He sends everything too. It's not like, you know, he's... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
Uh-oh. All right, then. Well, that's one way to approach the situation.
Desperate times, I guess.
Well, desperate measures, my friend. Those Banelings don't really get much done there either at the front, but towards the back.
That was like the Automaton 2000.
Here we go. Banelings! Ah! Okay, there's Widowmine's even burrowing as well.
I mean, even if they kill a lot there, like, supply-wise, Curious is just dying at home, and I don't think he has enough here to finish off Maru. He's gonna get a lot of SCVs, like, sure, but There's not going to be anything against those Liberators.
Yeah, Lings can't jump that high, unfortunately, and not going to be able to do too much about that at all. He's going to lose his main base quite quickly. He doesn't really have any gas to make any more Banelings at home, so only Lings alone against those Marines, not a happy time. And that is going to be even Lings over towards the Natural as well, doing a little bit of damage towards the SCV line, but the entire economy of Curious has been gutted as the drones will fall. GG, game number 1 goes to Maru. Good stuff.
Easy peasy, man.
Easy peasy.
Just kind of smashed him casually. First double medivac, which, if you think about it, like Curious should have been kind of ready for that, but just wasn't. The Banelingness was late. I mean, you can try to hold without Banelings, but against the double medivacs loaded up with mass Marines, controlled by Maru, these are like super Marines.
Yeah, that was. I mean, if he had somehow taken the fight further on to creep, Curious, then he would have been in a much better spot. But as you said, Maru got exactly the right position, just slightly drawing everything off creep. Even for just 3 seconds, those queens being off creep, you can't chase. And that was the end of that.
Did you get the invites?
No! Didn't. Where are you? Todd in Korean. Ah, there we go. I've got it. Whirlwind.
I think Innovation already beat Hurricane, by the way.
Oh, really?
As McGregor would say.
As McGregor.
He already buried his body in the desert.
Could you compilate like an entire roster of McGregor interviews and just create a commentary?
Yeah, sure.
I'd be okay with that. That'd be cool.
I'm going to be hitting his soft body, and he will crumble under the pressure and hit that canvas.
Look at his supply. He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
There's a couple of very good montage, actually, with this. You saw the one with Donald Trump and McGregor?
Yes. You linked me it, I think.
So
yeah,
funny.
yeah, it's really good.
Wellmoose playing against Scarlet, actually, over on Waldy's stream. He's going Chaos on 3 bases.
Oh, what a surprise.
I'm stuck in the... oh, they started without me.
Oh, no.
All right, rip.
Oh.
It's weird, like the entering lobby bugs half the time for me.
Yeah, so I haven't, like...
You have a theory?
No,
Keep
no.
it to yourself.
I
No,
don't.
just
just don't tell us, James. Yeah, I had a few problems with it when I was logging on the past couple of days, but anyway. All right, let's go. It's going to be Whirlwind game number 2. Spawning up to the top left-hand corner, it's Maru with his lovely StarCraft star. And down to the bottom right-hand corner, we have Curious as he looks to vanquish Maru. Cross spawns on a big, big map. Big, big map. Any other updates, Todd, that you can see whilst you're flipping through?
No, I mean, Innovation's already pretty far. He will face Jack G, or I can't even see it because I hate the previous rounds.
I guess Patience,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He's waiting for Patience to...
Yeah, so Jack G against Patience, and then the winner against Innovation, and then the winner against Sue or Cloudy or Dream for a spot at the Intel Extreme Masters Gyeonggi.
Ooh, that's hype.
Other than that, like, it's not super advanced just yet in the bracket. Bly's playing in Super elsewhere.
Oh yeah, he was Bly was 1-up actually in that series because he tried to invite me to the game 2, so he's doing well.
Oh, okay. Kim Do-kyung was Billoway. I didn't know. And he beat Hyun.
Oh, okay, Billoway. I haven't seen Billoway for a while. All right, what's going on in this game? We had Hatch into spawning pool and gas, and then on the other side, Maru just trying to get a Reaper out.
Man, your screen is so far.
Sorry, man. It's fine. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. You can do what I did yesterday, which was just kind of like stand up and lean about. But anyway, this Reaper's going to be on the way in a little bit. This being cross spawns opens up a lot of room technically for Curious, but at the same time, Maru will probably get over there quite rapidly once he has his 2 first medevacs out. And Curious needs to really pay heed to playing as greedy in a... It wasn't gasless, but it was a kind of gasless vein of play. Just kind of really committing to those upgrades and hoping that Maru wouldn't exploit him early on, but he did. Tough stuff, tough stuff. All right, 2 queens.
There's still a lot of Terrans in this tournament, by the way.
Yeah, there is.
They are really the ones I'm keeping an eye on. Personally, like I know, we've seen Zergs and Protoss already do well, so I just want to see, like, I can't wait to see Terrence against, like, top-tier opponents. I'm not saying Curious not a top-tier guy, but so far, like, the game that he played here against Maru was less than impressive. Let's just say that.
Very rarely in history has the situation been so dire for Terran that a Protoss has had to look out for them and be super excited for them. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like that. Like, I'm talking as a commentator, you know.
Yeah,
and, like, obviously, as someone who, for the tournament's sake and quality, wants to see, like, good racial diversity.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think it was BlizzCon, right, that only had 2 Terrans. It should have had 3, but Paul had to pull out, if I recall. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there wasn't much Terran representatives.
Yeah, that was
BlizzCon.
unfortunate.
And they didn't do too well at the end of Home Story Cup. So let's see if we can get more in. I say they've not done well, but Bjorn won BlizzCon, so
Yeah.
good job, Bjorn.
It's so funny, like, people, like, think of Terran as this race that's, like, super struggling and stuff. Like, they won the biggest tournament of the year.
With Bjorn the superstar, who's like, oh, actually, I don't need anybody else. I'll just kind of live away in my own little hyperbolic time chamber.
And guess what? Hey, he's already invited for this tournament, which is pretty cool.
Invite the world champion. Who
and TY actually, like, unfortunately lost to Bjorn in a TVT at BlizzCon. Like, he had potential to go further.
Yeah.
It feels like TY, he gets very tricky matchups in quarterfinals often. At Home Story Cup, it was to Zest that he fell. I actually know that was in the second group stage. Even like TY was the, I think, only Korean not to make the top 8.
Yes.
That was in the tournament, and then it was because he lost to. He was in a group with 2 other Koreans, and he lost to Zest in the.
That's correct.
In the elimination match.
It was funny. I remember at BlizzCon, as I'd finished up our shows, I was watching the brackets come out for the top 8, and it was a bit of a shame to see that TVT come out there, because TY probably could have gone a little bit further, I feel, in that tournament if he hadn't have gone up against Bjorn. But whatever. For now, in the 3 base over on the other side of Curious, he has continued to do the same build that he did last game, and again, because the map is a little bit bigger, he has a bit more leeway, but he does have to respect the fact that a similar attack is coming out, and he does not have a Baneling nest once again.
I mean, he's going to have the same thing as last game, but I think with more links. Because last game, it really felt like he was getting his links late, and he just didn't have enough.
Yeah.
Like, the queen count was all right. I think it was like 4 that were in position to push back those medivacs. And as long as he doesn't even have to take the following, actually, it's even more queens now. There is one more.
Walk that far off creep. Okay, let's take some free damage from this. The link's coming out.
I don't know why Curious is so eager to engage, though. It's not like he has to defend any creep there. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
He's sending in the links without fighting with the queens. What is he doing?
He really didn't have to go off. And he's going to lose queens as well as links for free there. Look at that. No resources lost against 850. Maru is just schooling Curious.
Sometimes you're so afraid of an attack that you actually, like, end up going for a weird attack yourself into it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like, you talk yourself into it. It's like, you know, like in a
horror
horror movie, like, you see Jason coming for you and you're like, all right, I guess I'm going to rush him and try and beat him up. But
he's always got the machete.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for you, right? So
yeah, you got to be careful.
It was the same here. Like, Curious knew this was coming. He was anticipating this, but then he decided to go for the bad attack instead of, like, delaying it and doing it smart. And Maru, with just a couple of Marines and Medivacs, is being very cost-effective. I think we can say that.
Yeah. This is not looking easy here for Curious at all. And again, you know, all of this would be a little bit easier if he did have a Baneling nest available to him. He's got 1,000 minerals, 500 gas banked up at the moment. He doesn't really have the availability for it. And now those queens can't even transition really that quickly to this location. He's only got lings and 1 queen against this, Todd.
I think Curious might be trying to play this style because of the change with centrifugal hooks, where Banelings now have plus 10 hit points compared to before. So maybe he thinks he can get away with it, but I think he should try not dying before that.
Yeah, it'd be good.
First, by taking poor engagements like he kind of did. He brought those medivacs very low. Oh! If only queens could jump over cliffs and dunk a basketball onto that medivac and kill it. LeBron James style.
If only Queen's got the range upgrade that Hydra's got, and then they already have enough range. Don't give them any more. All right, Maru gonna have his 3rd base on the way in a bit. That's a lot of Zerglings and Banelings gonna try and bust the front, and this is actually actually a better situation than he was in last game.
He's trying to really catch him off guard, but Maru's reaction and micro usually is good enough to defend these kind of attacks. And like I said, like, when you go for this kind of attack across the map, Maru's going to be attacking you, and a lot of the time you won't have enough. This looks scary, though. Especially since Centrifugal Hooks was about to finish, but he loses a lot of those banings right before.
What's he doing? Why is he going just like 9 seconds before Centrifugal Hooks finishes? He's lost.
I think he probably thought he was already finished. You know, when you play StarCraft, you don't have a production tab, sadly, so he probably mistimed that a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hoping that there would not be any units in that position for Maru, but as they were...
I mean, it sort of worked. At least he's forced the evacuation off the third base, but...
I mean, 2-2's on the way for Terran now. As long as he doesn't die there, he's fine.
It's 2-2 on the wall, though. He could bust that bit down. He's going to go for the...
It wouldn't be cost effective.
That's true. That is true.
Finally burrowed.
Baneling's going in everywhere with these Zerglings as well. This is as good an opportunity for Curious as any here to really get some damage done, but he's going to retreat on out. He only has one Baneling left.
What could have been really good here is if he got some good Baneling detonation on those SCVs, but now chasing on some of these Marines, one Widowmine will also detonate. There is still some Baneling. One of them... Yeah, that position was so sick, actually, between the depot and command center here for Maru, who's losing SCVs, though.
Yes, he is. He'll lose a few more Zerglings on the way out.
He needs to re-wall right now.
Yeah, he has to get this back up as quickly as possible. There are a few more Zerglings streaming across the map.
He cancelled 2-2. He's remaking +2 attack.
Who are we on about here? This?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it died.
No, but like the other one didn't.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, he did cancel +2 weapons. Oh, okay. So a little bit of desperation times there for Maru. 2-2 now on the way for Curious.
Yeah, Curious wants to play this very aggressive. It's kind of like the initial Queen attack into those Medivac and Marines. That's his whole attitude right now about how he wants to play this against Maru. He wants to be the aggressor. And on a map like this, where earlier we saw Protoss struggling to defend 3 bases because the way they are spread out, the third base of Terran is also like in a weird, awkward position where you need to leave units there to defend against Zergling attacks or run-bys. But usually for Terran it's easier to deal with, like especially if you drop a bunker and stuff. And Curious for now will be pushed back, and I think Maru, as aggressive as he likes to be and as good as his micro is, if he realizes that he's ahead on the army count the way he is, and that he's like his 2-2 obviously kicking in would be really nice, he should go for more attacks, but a little bit slower, especially when he gets up close to the creep. Again, you know, Centrifugal Hooks now added +10 hit points per Baneling, which is quite significant.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be much harder to get rid of all of these super fast before the fight actually begins, especially if Curious makes a lot of them. So he goes for the attack, setting up the Widow Mines properly, and Liberator are going to be very important.
Queen's doing a good job of focusing it down. It almost dies, but...
He can just pull back into that Liberator and Widow Mines if he wants to.
Here come the Banelings, once again trying to focus them down on the left-hand side. Still flooding forward here with Lings. Will try and soak up some of the damage, but these Marines are still alive. 2-2 not finished just yet for either side. Just backing off for now.
So you guys know, by the way, Trap is playing in Skelazur on Base Trade TV right now. It's 0-0.
Banelings!
And Scarlet is up 1-0 against Wellmu, and actually, yeah, she beat the Kyre side.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right, so that was how many workers killed off? Quite a few, actually, during all of that. Link's trying to go for the wraparound elsewhere, but these Marines not giving them any room at all. If he was to keep the Zerg on 3 base whilst his 3 base is up and running, that would be very good here for Maru, but...
+3 attacks starts immediately, second factory on the way, just solid all around. This is what you would expect from Maru here.
A lot of Zerg's been sent out towards the watchtower, but see the oncoming push here from Maru. Maru is 40 supply up right now, with his army looking menacing.
If he wins this, by the way, he will face Forte or True in the next game. And this is also they share the bracket with Wellmu and Scarlet, and also Linok and Gumiho. So one of all of these guys is likely to make it to the main tournament. Gyeonggi, huge Baneling Widowmine detonation onto those Banelings.
Yeah, he got so many, and I don't really think he has many left at all. These 10 here are the only Banelings he has available to actually kill off this amount of Marine Force with those Liberators as well.
Look at the top right of your screen.
There's Lings up there as well. And this is not really going that well at all for Curious. He has very little left available to him in terms of that defense. Oh dear. Well, Lings are just going for the counter-attack and trying to do something, but at this point, losing his 3rd base One has got up on the left-hand side, but I don't think it's going to be enough here for Curious. He's lost all the queens. He has no anti-air. Two.
Even injecting is going to be a problem here with this, even though he's got a couple left. And Maru looking super dominant here against Curious.
Yeah, pushing on against this. That one queen with one more somewhere else is the only stuff he has. And now these 6 Marines alone should be able to kill off this location. Now there's some Bailings morphing up to the top left.
By the way, Ayasunu beat Tails and then he beat Bjol.
Oh, nice.
So he's in the round of 16. And he will face Kelazor or Trap up next.
Impressive. Here come the drones, and just splitting up some of these Marines, trying to get as best trade as he can. Keeps 3 of the Marines alive out of the 6, and there you go. GG. Maru, 2-0.
Pretty good play out of him. Curious. I think, I don't know if he's just like not playing well enough, but I don't know, maybe he needs like some roaches or something with this. I mean, it's cool though to see the players really trying to use the things that they are provided with to adapt to the patch. But in this case, I mean, if you take that much damage before you reach centrifugal hooks, usually you're not going to be able to do well against someone like Maru. So sadly, he falls here.
Yeah, so well done by Maru to advance on. Did we know where he was ending up in the bracket at the moment?
Who, Maru?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he will play 40 or true.
Ah, yeah, you said. All right, so that is our series done for the moment. We're going to go to a break because we need to find another series for you as quickly as possible. And the best way for us to do that is to be undeterred and not talking and talking to the admins. So we'll see you in a little bit here for the Intel Extreme Masters qualifiers. Don't go anywhere.